the best in a three-hitter situation. When she's got some help in the front row, you can see all of the heaviness of the offense went to the other side of the court. The offense was really heavy on the right side of the court, so Kenna Woolard was open, had nothing in front of her, and was able to sneak that ball deep corner.
Markley tipped into the block this time, and Woolard stood up. Nets moving. Purdue was into it. And Washington the first to 20.
Markley with quite a few sets there. Like to see them keep her off a little bit. But Purdue, they're just going a little bit too aggressive. I like the offense. You got to go be the aggressor, but you got to stay out of that too.
And Heaney with the elbow clearly. Well, big block put up. Hunt turned back for Kane to run it down, and it sets up Woolard.
Every single time that Purdue is in rotation one, where they're stacked over on the left side of the court, they run Grace Heaney up the middle of the court. They run her on a high two ball in the middle, and she's gotten blocked almost every single time. I'd like to see them that first ball try something different. It paid off for them this time, but in the future, I'd like to see them try something new.
Overpass. Washington survives it on the dig for Barton. Well, another pass off target. Nets moving again. This time Washington is into the net. And Purdue has it to a 1-point set two.
I think a philosophy of Washington's right now is to set out of system balls tight, and they're going a little bit too tight. I would talk that over and pull it off a little bit.
Well, Howry way off the net this time and really had no choice, right?
Pretty much the only option she had right there was Alexa Markley. The block got a good touch on it, but Grace Heaney needs to play off blocker defense there. She needs to pull off and be ready to play underneath the block, and that should have been an easy scooped up ball for Purdue.
Instead, a kill for Markley to put Washington in front by 2. Into the red zone, and Anderson destroys one.
This is another time where I would be overloading Anderson, getting the ball to Anderson. Her blocker right now is Alexis Howry. Alexis Howry ran a 6'2" last season and only played the back row. She's not the strongest blocker on the Washington side, so I would love to see Purdue overload Akasha Anderson.
Well, she goes to the middle. Julia Hunt, who you were calling for more sets for, puts it down.
I can't say this positively, but Julia Hunt just about every single time before she heads to the back row gets at least one ball. It's usually that rotation before she heads to the back row. There's a definite trend in there. She's getting the last ball before she heads back. Like to see her get some early, right when she steps on the court.
Howry long out to the pin, and Lulich with Heaney deny it for the Boilermakers.
That's a solid block up there. Their hands were pressed over, nowhere really to go. The outside hitter needs to really wipe that ball off. The set was quite tight. She came in with an open hand, not ready to go anywhere with it, but into the block.
Service pressure. Howry left her feet to save it. Then she scrambles to get back into play. Anderson right over the top of where the center had just dove out of the way.
Such a smart set choice from Taylor Anderson right there. Anderson to Anderson, it's all coming up Anderson. I love the push cross court, and then the tip just up and over after Akasha Anderson's gone power, power, power. So smart.
So a timeout for the Huskies after Purdue has gotten all the way back to level. It was 10-3 Washington to begin the set. And Purdue had gotten it within a point a few times. And now the crowd's ready to dance.
Fired
Purdue's
them
turned
up.
it on, yep.
They're fired up. If you're Washington right now, you really want to take control. You had quite the lead in the middle of that set. You've got to get it back. You don't want to let all of that early work go to waste and drop this set.
Well, timeouts have been money both ways. So Washington trying to steal a set here. Remember, they are tested in the non-conference. They did play SMU, who's in the top 15, and took a set against the Mustangs, and also just played Kentucky. 2 matches last night on a BTN doubleheader. Nebraska sweeping Michigan, and Indiana in 4 at Northwestern. Maryland and Iowa in the second set right now in Big Ten Plus. And once we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it'll feel like it's fully on with all 18 teams playing.
Oh, it's fully on. Big Ten volleyball season is here, and it's here to stay.
Big Ten matches in for everybody. Anything changed or anything surprised you most that defied your expectations from preseason?
I was just talking about this earlier, but I think Big Ten play and Big Ten teams versus Big Ten teams really just go at it. And you can see that the parity in the Big Ten, the level of play is just higher, and it's aggressive, and there's big hitters hitting heavy balls, and that shows when you get, I mean, I watched Nebraska and Michigan last night, and it really shows when you have Big Ten matchups.
Well, like Barton, but Purdue is ready to block. Purdue in front by 1.
Taylor Anderson getting all the love on that one. Her teammate celebrating her big block there. That block almost pushed her backwards on that. That's a lot of heat coming. Good on Taylor Anderson for keeping her hands pressed and not letting them get behind her.
Anderson's block gives him the first lead of this set, and Barton gets quick revenge to tie it up.
Fantastic shot by Barton. I like the sharp shot for her. I would have loved to see McAleer finish her move. She pulled her hands last second. I think she second-guessed herself thinking that that ball might have been out of bounds. I'd love to see her finish that move to her left, and she'd have that dig.
It's a Mimi Collier-like number for Barton. 5 kills per set to open up Big Ten play. She has 10. And still not done in set 2. Here's another swing for her. And almost an 11th. That's 4 contacts. That's an 11th kill for Barton, and it brings up set point for Washington.
Barton's trying to rally her team and keep them being the aggressors. She wants to keep them on the offense and is mixing up shots to put Washington in really good positions right now.
Anderson for Anderson to keep this set alive.
Cash Anderson with a little bit off on that one. Again, like Coach Shondell said early, she was making too many errors. She needed to find new shots, do different things. Taylor Anderson left that ball high and inside, and Cash Anderson got her feet there and just decided to chop it high down the line. Really smart shot.
Now Purdue gets Kane, a dangerous server back there. It's Markley with a bullseye. My goodness. Painting it right inside the white.
A bomb to the deep corner. The thing that I loved most about that swing was that she got her feet there. That's an out-of-system ball. She waited on it and got her feet all the way inside the court, so that ball was still at her highest contact point.
How about who said it, too?
Barton. She can do it all.
Woolard off the hands and out. Markley got a big piece of it, but Purdue answers set point for a second time. Came in at that angle and kind of went into the meat of that block. She might have gotten a little bit lucky on a good hand bounce there. Sometimes you get those. Back set, Markley. And it zigzags through the backcourt. That's Lulich, a middle back there defending. And Markley, her direction, going at the middle to bring up set point again. Markley loves those deep corners, and if there's a middle in there, I've got to think that Markley knows that there's a middle and middle back, and she's aiming for her. Purdue has denied 2 set points. Washington on a third with Hurd serving. And put in a good dipping serve. Woolard, tap, pancake, twisted over by Hunt. So Purdue reloads it. Right back to Woolard. 3 in a row that they've staved off. Consistency. Kenna Woolard is clutch in moments when Purdue needs her most. She started off this match a little bit rocky, but she's come back into it, and at the end of sets right now, she's getting kills for Purdue when they need her. Mateska the pass. And reloaded with Hurd on the set for Mateska. And it rattles down through Heaney. So here's Washington on a 4th set point at 27-26. Washington's mixed up who they're getting the ball to quite a bit. It was Markley at the end here pretty early, but now they're looking more outside centered. I'd expect to see a Barton in the back row attack here soon from them if the ball comes back. Service from Barry. Heaney drops the hammer. There was that rotation again where they stacked the attackers on
the outside of the court. Everyone is over here on the outside. Grace Heaney's gotten the ball every single time. If I'm Washington, that's a big miss there because they should know that Grace Heaney is getting that ball high in the middle of the court.
27 all. Hunt slide, blocks. Anderson and Charles. Set point Purdue.
With some attitude to be included. I love that. Fans pressed over right in their face. A slide is a hard ball to block. Anderson did a great job keeping her hands in the zone early.
Down 10-3, Purdue. 4 set points on the other side of the net for Washington. Purdue 1 point away from stealing one in this second set. Backcourt Markley. That's out! A Boiler comeback from down 7. Gritty set point after set point.
How about them Boilers? That was a gritty play from them. I loved kind of Wallard's production, but Akasha Anderson was finding some really creative ways to score. It was very impressive.
Anderson with 8 kills, Kenna Woolard with 9 for Purdue, and they lead it 2-zip into intermission after they trailed by as many as 7.